Whenever you are attacked by a dog, there's multiple types of damages and damage claims that you can bring on behalf of that legal claim. First and foremost, you can bring a claim for your medical expenses, both medical expenses you've incurred in the past as well as medical expenses you're going to incur in the future. Oftentimes, there may be scars and surgeries that result from dog bites. Obviously, those expenses are included. You can bring any claims for past and future lost earnings. And so if, for example, you're out of work for several months, you obviously claim the amounts of those damages. If it's going to affect your ability to work in the future, you can bring those claims as well. There are some common challenges whenever you've been attacked by a dog. First and foremost, finding out who potentially can pay for the claim is probably the most significant challenge at the very beginning. Oftentimes, homeowners and renters insurance coverages will cover dogs and the dog owners. Also, it can be difficult to identify who the dog owner is if you're attacked in a public place, for example. Oftentimes, we'll get calls of people who've been attacked at a dog park or attacked at their apartment dog park. If you don't get the information on the front end of whose dog that is, it can be difficult to track those people down. So we always recommend get the name and name of the dog and the dog owner. Contact animal control as soon as it happens, or the police department, so they can come on scene and help you get the information that you may need. There's multiple claims that a claimant can bring. The first is a negligent handling claim, and really that is just bringing a claim against the dog owner, basically alleging that they were negligent in allowing the dog to get to you or get off the leash, for example. In certain states, there's what's called strict liability claims. Depending on the history of the dog and whether the dog has a pattern of aggressive tendencies, that's typically what you're looking for in order to establish, again, strict liability, where the dog owner has really no defenses to the person who is injured. They are strictly liable for all of the injuries and damages that their dogs have brought about. Whenever you are attacked by a dog, not only are the dog owners or the people handling the dog at the time potentially responsible, other employers or entities could potentially be responsible as well. For example, a delivery driver for a parcel delivery company who was injured while delivering a package on the job. Through our own investigation of not only the dog owner and the dog, we also investigated the company he was working for at the time and whether they had adequate corporate policies and procedures in place to protect him from being attacked. And what we learned is that company was not doing a lot of the things that other companies were doing. For example, they had evaluated and determined that they would not allow their delivery drivers to have dog treats and give those to the dog in order to escape the dog. They did not have adequate training in place to train their individuals on how to act if approached by a dog. And ultimately, we were able to recover more from the company than the actual dog owners, because that is how the company believed a jury would have responded to our arguments. There are certain types of evidence that are important to keep or maintain as you move forward after the attack. For example, we always recommend that our clients take pictures of the injuries to document what exactly happened and what the injuries looked like, because they're going to heal over time. And so you also want to take pictures over time as they are healing to show the development of any scarring, any infections that may develop, so that at the end of your case, when it comes time to actually resolving the claim, you have photographic evidence of the injury and how long it took to heal. And so you want documentation, especially from a governmental agency like the police or animal control, to document where and how this attack happened. You also can request through open records requests prior dog bites from that dog, prior dog bites from other dogs that were owned by that homeowner. Oftentimes we will get calls where people who've been bit by a dog ask if it's even required for them to have a lawyer. Well, it's not a legal requirement to have a lawyer in order to bring that claim. Dog bite cases are a little bit different than a car wreck, where you're automatically going to know how to bring about that claim by calling the insurance company. We definitely recommend you consult with a lawyer, because the value of your dog bite case is and will be different than any other dog bite case. There's a lot of specific facts and circumstances that go into the value of a dog bite case, but some general things to look for in determining the value of a case would be the nature of the attack, the history of the dog, what medical expenses you incurred, what types of insurance and the amounts of those insurance are available, the solvency of the dog owner and the people who caused the attack. All of those things are going to be factors that determine the value of the case. Some of the unique things at Zinda Law Group that we have that maybe some other law firms don't have in investigating and prosecuting dog bite claims would be our team of investigators. We have investigators on staff who are able to work with open records requests, subpoenas, in order to obtain the information and evidence that we need to prove our case. Those investigators can contact witnesses, can go and take pictures of the scene of where the dog attack occurred. The lawyers and the legal staff work in teams. And so, for example, I have a team of an associate attorney who works with me and then 2 paralegals. And so each and every case is dedicated to a team, and that team is responsible for handling that claim. Instead of having maybe 1 lawyer and 1 paralegal take a look at your case as well as hundreds others, our team has a dedicated, specific, small number of cases in order to spend the appropriate amount of time in investigating and prosecuting those claims. My name's Cole Gum. I am a lead trial lawyer here with Zinda Law Group. I have been a lawyer here at the firm for a little over 6 years, and I've been practicing personal injury for about 9 years.